identify.
Sure. My name is Kevin Crado. My address is 2344 Connors Creek Circle here in Knoxville, and obviously in Hardin Valley, which is what I'm here to talk about. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to come here tonight to talk to you a little bit about what Hardin Valley Supports a Middle School means. I have my sticker on if it hadn't fallen off 12 times. I'd like to thank all of our supporters for coming to talk to you about this tonight. I'd also like to thank Thomas Deakins, our local school board member, for his support for our efforts so far. This group started like everything nowadays with a Facebook page. Facebook page that has over almost 600 members. I think we were at 598 a few minutes ago. And has over 600 people following us and several thousand folks who have read and heard our message so far. Our volunteers come from current students, parents, teachers, business owners, friends of Hardin Valley, and just concerned citizens. The concept of Hardin Valley needs a middle school is not a new one. It's changed over the years from a novel idea back in 2000 when we really just had an elementary school to a desire and a want in 2008 when we got the Hardin Valley Academy added to Hardin Valley. But it's become a need in 2014 because of the growth trends and the school capacities that justify a new middle school in Hardin Valley. In my day job as a banker, we talk about, we go out and do financial education in schools and we talk about wants versus needs. And that's what we're talking about today. A want is something that you'd really like to have, but a need is something that you really need to survive and to prosper. And we believe our group has several needs, and so does the Hardin Valley community. We have a need because of residential growth. This one's the biggest one. From 2000 to 2010, the northwest sector, which is where we're talking about, has been the highest growth area in Knox County for residential, commercial, residential rezonings, and subdivision lots. That was 2000 to 2010. You look at 2011, again, ranked highest in residential growth, residential rezonings, and subdivision lots. 2012, more of the same. Ranked highest in residential rezonings and overall subdivision development. In recent years, neighborhoods like Covered Bridge, Greenbrook, Campbell Creek, the Glen and Hardin Valley have added over 600 home sites in the Hardin Valley area, and those are still growing. And that growth hasn't stopped. At the MPC's last meeting, an agenda item included rezoning 94 acres off of Yarnell Road. That would add an estimated 435 homes in that neighborhood and an estimated 231 children just from that one neighborhood. Apartment living is no different. Obviously, that's become a viable option because of the recent recession, but Hardin Valley has had its share of major development. The Enclave started 2 years ago, now has 10 buildings and 250 units. Greystone Summit opened in 2010, has 16 buildings and 218 units. And both Greystone Vista and the Preserve are under construction right now and scheduled to open in 2005 and will add a combined 20 apartments and 452 units in Hardin Valley. There's a need due to the current school situation. The 2006 Educational Facilities Assessment that the school board commissioned analyzed current school capacity issues in depth across Knox County. The summary findings of this study had really two very interesting pieces. One, and first and foremost, was a recognition that a new Hardin Valley Middle School was identified as one of the highest priorities for capital funding by the Knox County schools going forward. The other is a quote in the study's overall findings about the middle schools, the middle school findings, across the county, was that capacity pressures will remain at Carnes, Farragut, Gresham, and Halls. In the northwest sector, there are several middle schools, but there are two major ones that feed our area, Carnes and Farragut. Right now, it appears that Farragut is at 104% of its functional capacity, and Carnes is at 110%. Now, think about dropping those 231 kids from just that one neighborhood off of Yarnell Road right into the middle of those two school zones, and I think everyone would admit here that we're starting to have a problem. The elementary schools are no different, with 6 out of the 7 that affect our general area at 100% capacity, and 3 of those at 110% capacity. The condition at these schools and the capacity issues that they're experiencing are perfect leading indicators of a problem that we're about to have. We need for the school board to really decide for themselves whether the growth and the development I just talked about and the future overcrowding issues that those are causing in our area are valid reasons to support financially both construction and the ongoing operations of a new Hardin Valley Middle School. We're requesting that the board commission another study similar to the one done in 2006 to just look at what the development in Hardin Valley and the northwest sector is doing to our facilities. We need the board to take a lead from our civilian members of our committee who are already reaching out to members of the community, the landowners, to look for possible locations for a new school in Hardin Valley, We're trying to start that. We're trying to open the doors for land acquisition, but we need your help. We need your help and your resources, and we appreciate you guys considering that. And finally, we need to know what the overall plan is for the future of middle schools within our area that address these growth issues and overcrowding issues. It's the Metropolitan Planning Commission's job to identify and work on the development of our county and how that's affected by growth in homes and apartments. And we know the school board develops a lot of their information and their plans on that MPC data. So we're just really asking the two of you guys to work together to come up with a solution that's going to help move us into the future. And finally, we've just shown that the recent and ongoing approvals for development and rezoning in the Northwest sector are not being matched by a plan to avoid overcrowded middle schools and elementary schools. So I just really leave you with one thing today. It's not a statement, not a demand, not a threat. It's just a question. What's the plan, and how can we help? I appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.